All right, for lesson 3 of module 1 of 5th grade Vmath, you are going to compare your decimals. So as I look at these two numbers, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my whole number, and I notice that they both have a 1, so I can't compare them by looking at that. And so I'll just can't use that to help me. Then next thing I do is I go to my tenths place. In my tenths place, I have a 0 for both of them. So again, I can't compare them because there's nothing different. Now, as I go and I look, I notice that this has an 8 in the hundredths place and this has a 7 in the hundredths place. So that means that 85 thousandths is greater than 73 thousandths. So this is what I would fill in. Now, another way that you can do this, if it seems more visually kind of appealing to you or makes it a little bit easier, is if you list the two, it makes it a little bit easier to compare those place values and see them. So sometimes I call that stacking it. Sometimes it might be easier for you to stack them, especially when we get to the point where you're comparing more than one decimal. All right, so we move to the next one. Again, I look and I see that they both have a 3 in the ones place, so I can't use that to help me. Now, as I move to the tenths place, I have a 4 in the tenths place and I have a 5 in the tenths place. I know that 4 is less than 5, and we're talking the same place value. So 3 and 496 thousandths is less than 3 and 596 thousandths. Taking a look at the next one, I see that they both have a 3 in the whole number. They both have a 6 in the tenths place, 2 in the hundredths place, and a 9 in the thousandths place. So we would call that equal to one another. Looking here, sometimes you might just real quickly be able to tell. And so as I look, I see that they both have a 9. And then here I can see the number 298 thousandths versus 49 thousandths. So I know that 9 and 298 thousandths is greater than 9 and 49 thousandths. All right, now taking a look at lesson 4. So in lesson 4, you are asked to round to the nearest place value that's given. So you always need to look right here. This one is asking you to round it to the nearest whole number. I'm going to rewrite this problem, and you might want to do the same on a whiteboard. Any time that it asks you to round to the nearest whole number, that always means our ones place. So I want you to think about which number's in the ones place. If you said 0, you are correct. Then I look at the number to the right, and I see that it's a 4, so this 0 is going to remain the same. When we're rounding to the nearest whole number, we do not include a decimal or any digits after, so what I would type in is 90. If you type in 90.0, Vmath is a computer program, so it only has certain answers in there. It will count it wrong. So make sure that you drop the decimal point in the 0 when you're rounding to the nearest whole number. We come to this next one, rounding it to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to rewrite the number 57 and 64 hundredths. I want you to think for a minute what is in the nearest, what is in the tenths place. If you said 6, you are correct. I look, that 6 is going to remain the same. So everything over here stays the same as well. So I would round it to 57.6 or 57 and 6/10. We don't add the 0 because, again, Vmath, the program will count it incorrect. All right, taking a look at the next one. Again, rounding it to the nearest whole number. So I want you to go ahead and try to do that one right now on your own. All right, whole number means the ones place. I have a 6, which means this is going to bump up to an 8. So my answer is 98. We drop any decimals after because I'm rounding it to the nearest whole number. All right, rounding it to the nearest whole number again. So think to yourself, what is in the ones place? Circle the 5, underline that. What's going to happen to that 5? It will become a 6. So my nearest whole number is 16. And when I look at that and try to make sense of it, 15 and 86 hundredths, is that almost 16? Yes, of course it is. And our last one, we're rounding it to the nearest tenth. So decide what digit's in your tenths place. The 1 is in the tenths place. I underline the digit to the right. So I see it's a 3, so that 1 is going to remain the same. So now I will write 89.3 0.1 or 89 and 1/10. And again, I don't add the 0. So hope this helps.